When it comes to queer female Asian entertainers in New York City, comedian, actress, writer, and activist Kate Rigg has the market cornered.
What do you see when you pay for your laundry? Who do you see when you pay for your sushi rolling? Asians into one concept. Things you buy, need, and most electronics. Opium, Olympic level ping pong. But there's more than ping pong in the life of a ching chong queen. There's a whole nother world in the heart of this Oriental girl. Rice, rice, baby. Rice.
Hilarious, provocative, and profound. Entertainer Kate Rigg has spent decades exploring and challenging stereotypes of Asians in America through song, dance, and comedy, dating back to Kate's first show, Kate's Chinkorama.
First I was afraid. I was petrified. Thinking I could never live without American GI.
At the time that I launched that show, all the Asians in mainstream media were like, 3 generation of fishermen looking for pearls by the river, or, a mother teaches her daughter to play mahjong, and then they drink tea. Like, that was it, right? Or it was like really egregious stereotypes, like the character Long Duck Dong in 16 Candles, which was a kind of a buffoon foreign student. And there was really a deep perception of Asians in America as foreigners, no matter how many generations they'd been here, So we took the word chink, the way that Leguizamo took the word spick, and we made it a chink-o-rama. And I actually got a lot of crap for that at the time. Not a lot. Let me rephrase. I actually got some pushback on it, but most people understood that I was really deconstructing that word because it's a meaningless word.
I bet you didn't know you were Chinese.
Pushing the envelope to dismantle racial perceptions and biases is an art form for this seasoned performer. Born in Canada to an Australian dad and Indonesian mom, Rigg says she grew up disconnected from her Asian roots.
I grew up in really whitey-white neighborhoods, so I really did have to teach myself how to be Asian. And I wasn't always successful, Like, I would look for clues in my environment. My mom, they used to have these UNICEF commercials coming on with starving children and stuff, and my mom would go, "Oh, look, that looks just like your cousin Siti, the one with the face covered in paste."
All joking aside, Rigg decided to delve deeper into her heritage when she went to study in Australia.
I learned Indonesian for a couple of semesters, and then for the first time I went and visited my very large extended family in Indonesia as a 19-year-old.
After school, the budding performer left Australia for New York to attend Juilliard, and that was where Slanty-Eyed Mama was born.
My band, my duo, which is a sort of a rock, comedy, pop culture, theatrical group. We did Birth of an Asian, Americasiana, Happy Lucky Golden Tofu Panda Dragon Good Time Fun Fun Show, Disorientalism, which is now changed into this community event, and Zombie Asian Moms.
These worldwide critically acclaimed shows are the tip of the iceberg for this award-winning producer and playwright, whose resume boasts a wide array of work from acting in film and TV to stand-up shows on Broadway, a talent she shares with the LGBTQ+ community, teaching at Gotham Comedy Club.
I'm half white, half Asian. I'm a rice cracker.
As a queer Asian comedian, when I go into shows that are either for queers, or for Asians, or for women, anybody considered a minority group, the air is different. I don't have to spend the first 5 minutes or 10 minutes on stage explaining myself or justifying my existence. I can just go into material, and there's a kind of kinship. And so I think that representation matters.
And this artist's work consistently reflects that.
When you see what happened during coronavirus, during the pandemic, where suddenly the hate crimes against Asian people ballooned, all those racial stereotypes and epithets came back. It's not so far, unfortunately, in our rearview mirror. So we still have to continue to bring us into the conversation about race in America.
And with that in mind, the creator produced an online show during the pandemic with Joe's Pub.
So I started curating different disciplines, dance, music, spoken word, comedy, the stuff that I do, but curating it through the community, the Asian American community in New York City.
We are strong, strong. We are invincible, invincible. Dragon ladies.
5 years and 8 shows later, Disorientalism is a fan favorite at Joe's.
I try to pull together the best of the best that I can find. Broadway talent, concert dance talent, like really amazing artists who are accomplished. It's not an amateur show, it's not a beginner show. It's like these amazing artists who people don't really know and have never heard of. So we try to uplift, amplify, and celebrate American Asian artists in New York City.
Work which speaks to the artist's activism that often hits close to home.
I have like what they call an invisible disability. I'm neurodivergent. I'm on the autism spectrum. And I'm a creative director for a disability film festival called the Over the Rhine International Film Festival. Often when there's a diversity film festival, people with disabilities are not included. You'll get like sort of different ethnicities, and you'll have things like different sexualities or religions or whatever, but they won't have a conversation about people with disabilities. They're in their own film festival over here or their own arts festival, and they're not included in that diversity conversation a lot of the time.
This multi-talented artist just finished the play Polishing Shakespeare and is now working on a book of poetry, a couple of screenplays, some podcasts, and of course, producing once again with Slanty-Eyed Mama.
Our new show is called How to Save Yourself from Stupid Ideas the World Made Up About You and Become an Absolute Legend.
Spoken like a true expert. For Asian American Life, I'm Susan Jun.